Hetepu, Harun Nefer, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste. This is Kasank Ma Keperu with another broadcast for you. And today I want to review the film Avengers Infinity War. And I want to let you know straight off the bat, there's going to be spoilers. So, overall, I think Marvel hit another home run. This is a really good film. It's almost 3 hours long, but it goes by really quickly. It had a lot of action, and it was an ensemble cast. And the script I thought was great in the sense that you really got into the depth and breadth of each character. You didn't shortchange them, you know, like other films do. And I'm talking about Justice League specifically. But this film had a really nice cohesiveness to it in terms of how the characters interacted with each other. It's not a perfect film. I thought there were some plot holes, but overall, it takes you on this really great ride, and that's what movies are should be about: is to take you into a new world and give you a roller coaster ride of emotions. Now, I want to talk about the deeper implications of this film because what Marvel has been doing has been seeding the public or the population with these ideas and what I call our alternate futures. The first film dealt with interdimensional beings coming through a portal, kind of like a Stargate type of thing. And the next film after that dealt with AI, artificial intelligence. And this one, Infinity War, deals with the idea of population control in the universe. The main antagonist, Theos, believes that the universe needs to decrease in population because the universe cannot take care of the growing population. Where have we heard this before? It's the same thing which the New Age and conspiracy theorists have been talking about, how the Illuminati wants to decrease the population on the planet to about 500 million. Now, one of the things that's never really addressed is that we live in an ecosystem and it is consciousness. There is an intelligence behind this. Now, the intelligence will know if the population gets to a certain level where it can't sustain itself. So it'll start to wipe the population out itself through natural disasters and diseases and things like that. So man does not have to interfere in the process because if you understand and have a connection to all that is the universe, then you know that the universe will take care of itself, you know. So I think Theos' plan was not well thought out because he's trying to play God. Another thing I thought was very interesting in the film was for him to carry out his plan, he had to get the six Infinity Stones, which is kind of like also a symbol for the chakras. You know, once you awaken your chakras or get the Infinity Stones, then you'll have this ultimate power, which, you know, in a sense is true, awakening your third eye, the heart chakra, and all of that. But I want to talk about this idea of all three Avengers films and how they're trying to see the population with alternate futures, because you know that when you watch something and you become emotionally engaged, you actually create that reality. So we're looking at three possible realities that we can move into, and this is exactly what the ruling elite wants. They want to determine our future, but you, as God man, God woman, and a reality generating machine, you have control of your own destiny in that sense. And unfortunately, every time you go to a movie or become exposed to some type of mainstream media propaganda, you then create that reality unconsciously. You're not aware of it. And then you wonder why your life is full with these ups and downs. So I wanted to make you aware of that because it's okay to go in and enjoy the movie, but the movie is not a litmus for morality. You have to understand now that whatever they're planting in these movies is what you're going to assist them with in bringing to being. So you have to be very aware of it, you know, and unplug yourself from that aspect of the matrix, or else you're going to facilitate their wants and their desires, you know. And sometimes Hollywood, which is a big occult practicing town, will tell on the elite. It'll like expose their plans, because I don't think that all individuals in or studios in Hollywood are acting in concert with the global elite. But there is an agenda, and they're moving toward that agenda, and we can see a lot of that in how they're impregnating the films with the SJWs, the social justice warrior themes. And it's just outrageous. It's ludicrous, and you see it across the board. You know, case in point, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. When you had Rey, she's a Mary Sue. She's able to do all these fantastical things. I like that word, fantastical. Fantastical things without any Jedi training, and so unrealistic, you know. Whereas if you look at, and I'm from old school, look at Aliens, you know, that's a wonderful film. James Cameron's Aliens, where you have Sigourney Weaver, she plays this badass girl, and she was vulnerable, but she overcame that, and she grew as the film progressed and became a very strong warrior. Whereas Rey, there's no character arc, there's nothing, and we're seeing this consistently with the social justice warriors in their films. But going back to Avengers: Infinity War, there were so many really great seeds that they planted. Like, one of my favorite characters now is Doctor Strange. I didn't like the movie, but Doctor Strange, I love the fact that he was able to scan the different timelines in the future and see if they had a possibility of winning. And I've always loved those magician type characters because I felt they were true to form. They were real, you know. And if you're aspiring to be a magician, and that's what you're going to eventually become, someone like a Doctor Strange, you know. And the name is poignant, right? And I also love Iron Man, the whole technology. What I thought they fell short on was exploring more of Captain America, and especially Black Panther. Black Panther, to me, is coming off very weak. A little bit too cool and passive. I want him to be stronger and more assertive and aggressive, you know, which is what a panther can be when it's threatened or in danger or is hunting its prey. But again, just keep in mind that Hollywood films are occult practices designed to use the masses of the population to bring to fruition a certain type of agenda, and that when you're populating the world, because I believe now that Avengers: Infinity War domestically has made about $595 million, and foreign sales coupled with that, it's at $1,218,000,000. So that's a lot of money and a lot of eyes on the film. And there's a lot of godmen and godwomen who are now going to put forth a reality, and that's going to come by how the MCA, which is the Mass Consensus Agreement. So the population that aligns and feels close to a certain theme, whether it be AI, interdimensional beings, or the depopulation of the universe, whatever the greater part, 60% of the population agree on which theme that they want emotionally, that will then become our future. That will then manifest. So we have to be very careful of how we enjoy so-called entertainment, which is why in ancient times they had the troubadours, and the troubadours would travel from land to land to land, playing and singing and music and all the dance, and embedded in that, they would disseminate the new laws that the king put forth. So it was appealing to your right brain, but also giving you information about policies and things that were put out there. And that's how the masses of the people were compliant and brought about culture. And we didn't need a police force, or a military force to keep the people in line, because through appealing to the subconscious mind with the troubadours, they were able to then have people check themselves, because, we don't need government. We don't need a police force, because we are intelligent beings. And if we learn to tap into the indwelling intelligence, Oser, we govern ourselves. All right. And we can form small communal cliques based on our clans and things like that. So I do recommend you go see Infinity War. Check it out. And the character of Thanos is a really complex character who seems to mean well, but he's still a sociopath, as a lot of the people who are ruling our planet today. Now, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. for more great videos. And keep in mind that I have the Osiris Report is a free ebook that talks about occult practices and what we can expect in the near future. And also, if you get an opportunity, contribute to my Patreon campaign. Your donation will be appreciated, and we have certain gifts that we give away once you become a Patreon supporter. So, with that said, until my next broadcast, this is Kasank Ma Keparu, son of Ma'at, and Amen Ra.